You leave the studio for just 1 minute. Tri-City Sports Now. In addition to who the coach will be, let's take a look at the coaching carousel in college football. This is from Pete Thamel, who, they're talking about Phil Fulmer being at the College Football Hall of Fame today, looking for a coach. And Thamel writes this about that. He speaks of how, this is the quote to coming to the College Football Hall of Fame is like searching for a coach on a flip phone as opposed to smartphones. It really is an old way to do it. I've been to the College Football Hall of Fame induction. This was back when I was at South Bend, and I met Reggie White there, as a matter of fact. I can remember. He told me his wife went to ETSU. There you go. But I never saw it. I mean, we had a media table where we had our dinner. We saw, Dan Marino was at a table. Reggie White was at another table. The families are at every table. I didn't sense that was a place where you would get your next coach. I mean, it was sort of an honorary dinner. And the players were given, rings and all this. And it was great. What it comes down to, the one thing that I think that is intriguing, and we'll get to who Arkansas might hire here, but they just hired a new athletic director out of Houston, Hunter Yurachek. And so Hunter Yurachek hits the ground running. How long do you think it'll be before he compiles a list of candidates and starts interviewing them? Well, you're one-on-one. You're in a race with Tennessee right now, let alone Florida State, to find a coach. I will say this. If Mike Leach leaves Washington State and goes to Arkansas, as it has sometimes been rumored that he may, they say, I guess Arkansas is more in tune with Texas Tech than Tennessee is. Okay, geography-wise, I get that. But if that happens, then when you talk about hierarchy of SEC football programs, I don't see any way that if Tennessee brings in a Chad Morris and Arkansas brings in a Mike Leach, how could you not say that in 2018, Arkansas wouldn't be above Tennessee in SEC football prestige? It's one of the things, they've got to be looking at things like this. Anyway, coaching search, Florida State, of course, Jimbo Fisher went to Texas A&M. He was introduced there. Texas A&M pays. Jimbo Fisher didn't like the facilities anymore at Florida State. I don't know. Is Florida State going to be yesterday's program now? Well, they just went to their umpteenth straight bowl. They haven't missed it since, 1981? 1981? Is that okay. I remember them in the Orange Bowl, Florida State in 80, so I'm thinking 81, they didn't make a bowl game. Okay. Willie Taggart up in Oregon. I don't understand why people are so enthused about Willie Taggart. He's 47-50 for crying out loud. Taggart enjoys Eugene, they say. Like I said, I don't know about that. If that's who they get, I'd be surprised. That would not be the guy that I'd initially target. Tennessee. The names, by the way, it won't be Lane Kiffin, evidently, but the names that come up, Mel Tucker, Georgia, one could do worse. Brett Venables, Clemson, one could do worse. I mean, these are winning programs. You got the SEC champ, you got the national champ. Hire their defensive coordinator. I find it interesting that Fulmer wants to hire a defensive coordinator and an offensive coordinator, as most people will tell you that, the game, you want an offensive coordinator if you're a forward-thinking type of coach, that sort of thing, or forward-thinking, in this day and age, hiring the defensive coordinator over the offensive coordinator, not so much. Kevin Steele didn't have a good record at Baylor. That was before, I guess, Baylor decided they wanted to win. He is Auburn's defensive coordinator. Has a lot of Tennessee ties. Says, hey, I'm happy at Auburn. Of course you're going to say that, especially when you're right before playing for an SEC title. So, other guys, Jason Candle at Toledo. I know they won the MAC, but my goodness. In hindsight, people said 10 victories for a, Cincinnati coach wasn't good enough. Now you're going to hire a MAC guy? Mike Norvelli? I thought he was going to Arkansas. Mike Norvelli is now in the fold. I don't know. Tri-City Sports now comes back. Selena Summers, Sergeant White report after this.